Have you ever had someone steal your heart away that you would do anything to make them feel the same? Have you ever dreamt of them? Or if you could look in their eyes one last time, just so you would understand why it's happening? Have you ever been so traumatized that you wake up from your sleep and ask yourself why? Ask yourself, why did it happen? How did it happen? Where did I lose it? Or what could I have done wrong? Have you ever felt as though it was just a sense of betrayal, pain, hurt, empathy, sympathy, less deserving, or trauma experiences that could have caused everything? Well, that's what we will be talking about in today's video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Olivia Mwamba, and I will be talking to you about a very sensitive topic for most of our friends, family, or anybody out there in our society. And that's why I decided to title this video as Losing a Best Friend. Having been in such a situation before, when everything seemed complete, everything seemed just right, everything seemed like your whole world was never gonna end. The memories that were always being made were just priceless. The love, the attention, the time, everything that was spent, the investments into someone was just unmeasured. And having gone through that, and after going through all that, never envisioning yourself that there would come a day when you would lose a best friend is a very hard situation one would face. And that's why I have decided to share part of my experience. Many of you have best friends, or have friends, have colleagues, have individuals who you are now just all of a sudden are strangers. The calling you on the phone is unusual anymore. From talking to hours and hours, breaking nights, laughing, sending each other memes, doing this and that is just now so strange and so hard to partake in. And that's why it just all vanished. It's more like you're waking up in a dream where you have everything complete and the next day all that is gone. This is what I want us to address today. I have been in such a situation before where I just thought like my life was complete with my best friend. I had found the perfect match, the perfect person, the perfect everybody. Like literally everything about my life was just all around them. And there came a time when the doors just had to be closed. It just had to be shattered. And because of the time we spent, the attachments we had, the love we shared, and everything else, it just ended up becoming as a trauma after all that was vanished. So, what do you do in a situation where you would have lost your best friend and you don't know how best you can go about it? I have few tips that I have used over the years when I've lost a friend, or when I'm no longer in touch with a friend, or I've lost a partner, or I've lost a colleague, and everything just seems strange. The first thing that I did for myself was to sit down and accept that it had to happen. There are certain individuals in every stage of your life that you won't really need them and you must let them go. You're not letting them go simply because you do not love them, but you're letting them go simply because you need to find yourself. So one of the few things that I went through and that I decided to do was to find myself. And how was I going to find myself? Here's a situation or a scenario. You can have a best friend and do almost literally everything with them. right? And for you, it may seem so hard to ever think that that person would ever live your life. But when that moment happens, when they walk out of your life, you have to sit down and analyze what it is that you're truly facing. In the moment when all the hurt is there, the pain is there, you've got to sit down and look at the bigger circle that you have. It could be from some of your friends that view your statuses, some of your friends who are your mutual friends on maybe Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all these social platforms. You will realize that there are people out there who genuinely accept you as you are, love you for who you are, love the energy that you have, and everything that you portray. And that for me has worked out in the sense that I literally thought that the moment I lost my best friend, I would never be accepted in society. I would never find new friends or new circle so that I can share my vision with them, I can share my goals, my plans. And to my surprise, I actually made more friends than that one person that I lost. Losing one friend can cost you 10 new friends. And with great circle and great influence, I have learned to be who I am today. What is it that you're doing for yourself? Are you just crying and blaming yourself? Are you just in the cocoon of saying, I'm never going to be a greater person? Well, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to encourage you to say, even when it hurts the most, you need to be strong and stand. You need to be even when it hurts the most, you need to be strong. You need to find a stance or find your talent, find something you're good at, and just embrace it. I have done most of the greatest achievements that I've ever had in my life when I was hurting the most. I have given the most important and more sensible speeches when I was hating the most. Not because I sat to myself and said, I'm not better enough or I'm not good enough or whatever it was that I was going through, but I came to an acceptance and said, you know what, this is what's happening currently, but I'm not going to let it determine who I am. And that for me has worked. And with a lot of influence, with a lot of friends and colleagues, I have also tried to improve on several other aspects. Do not go out there and seek closure, because seeking closure when somebody has decided to walk out of your life or you have decided to let go of a friend might just hate you. But instead, read new books, meet new friends, network with different kinds of personalities, because each and every individual that you encounter yourself with has a different field in their life and a different path. And if you can keep yourself busy, you can find yourself, find what you love. If it's adventure that you love, do more of an adventure. If it's singing that you love, do more of the singing. Try and build you, because it's only when you build yourself, it's only when you love yourself, it's only in that moment when you are strong will you be able to attract what you deserve. But if you're going to be sitting down, crying, complaining, thinking about the negative aspects, I doubt if you would ever find something even greater than what you lost. Losing a best friend is really painful, because there are certain times in life where you would just want to run to them and tell them how your day has been. You would want to run to them and tell them, look, this is what has happened today, this is what I want, and this is what I'm planning, and this is what I want. And when it comes and face reality and find out that that person you had who was your person is no longer there, is quite a painful thought. But however, we have a new perspective that we have to take. Being faced with this pandemic that we all have, we rarely see our family members, we rarely see some of our friends, some of our partners are very far from us, and each and every one of us are feeling the void. You feel like maybe communication right now is the hardest thing it's the hardest challenge that you're experiencing. Well, that shouldn't be the case, because if you can find yourself, if you can attract something greater than what you lost, we can call that we can call that to be a bonus in your life. So, what is it that you can do if you've lost a best friend? pick yourself up, associate with new friends, meet new people, do different things. Try to delete the playlist that you both listen to, because every now and then, if you are going to continue listening to the songs that you both loved, it's gonna hate you and take you back and slow your progress. Delete the playlist, delete the photos. I know it's really hard to delete the photos, especially if this was your BFF. Well, you can delete them from your phone, but keep them in your laptop in a folder that you will never open until when you heal. Okay, I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, based on my perspective, we are looking at you finding a suitable environment. We are looking at you trying to make a better you. So sometimes it's also necessary to alert your mutual friends, just so they don't keep on asking you questions like, what happened to your best friend, what happened to this one, you guys used to be close, guys used to do what. So at times it's very necessary, once you have decided to lose that best friend, to lose that friend, to also alert your mutual friends, just so the wounds should not hate. But I have also come to realize that losing people also gives you a great advantage. What advantage is that? It's only when you lose certain individuals in your life will you know the things that you've learned over the years. Will you know how much impact you've been in that person's life or they have been in your life. It's only when you lose certain people will you realize the power that you have as an individual and the confidence that you can have to stand by yourself and say, I've had enough and I've got to move on. So, what have you learned about losing your best friend? You have your different perspective. I have my different perspective. We all have a thought, wondering how life would be. What is it that has happened to you? Have you accepted that you've lost that best friend? Have you accepted to move on? Or maybe it's still very painful to talk about. Losing a best friend teaches you that no matter what happens, life goes on.